Yeah, because I got the audio off. Sherry, is that better?
Is it on now?
Is it on now? I had it turned off from the last time we were streaming on my phone and I was watching it on the computer. Yep, now we got audio.
All right. Well, famous Adam just showed up.
Yep. So we'll start this over. So we got Chris is sitting down in the chair. Craig from Craig's Cords to Coals.
Yep.
Brian from Shotlift Family Works or Family Firewood. If you haven't checked his channel out, go check it out. He's got 950 subscribers. Let's get him over.
Oh, tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night to get him over 1,000.
Let's bust his cherry. I hope so. Oh, there you go. Pop it.
We got Kenny, the famous Kenny.
Where's the woo? You want it?
Yeah, Kenny.
Let her up.
Woo!
That was good.
And then we got Jim,
He's
also
got
known as Iffy Kid. Adam, we're just standing around the fire having a good time. We just got done with a wonderful fish fry. I'm full, I'm stuffed. Dinner took longer than we thought it was going to, so we're running a few minutes behind. Chris is sitting down here answering comments.
I'm bringing it up right now so I can talk to peoples. Talk to the peoples. The peoples. That's got to go where the peoples are. Got to be like, what's his name? Del Gue. Got to go where the peoples are. Jeremiah Johnson. If you don't know who Del Gue is, you need to watch that movie. Yeah. You got to go where the
Jim,
peoples.
Ted said your winnings are on their way.
Oh, thank you.
Who's that?
Ted.
You want a shirt for $1 million or something?
Infamous Kenny, according to Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
My wife.
Oh, she's watching.
Yeah,
too.
her and Oliver are watching.
Sorry to pain, put you through the pain.
And yes, I have spent the whole since Sunday, last 5 days with the infamous Kenny.
Yeah. Sorry, Jason. So I gotta say, I run this skidder for 2 days. He got it in 2 minutes. He broke it.
He primed it to break it.
We were talking 90% of the time. If you touch anything that you've got, if I get it in one of your pieces of machinery, it's a 95% chance something's gonna break. Because he runs everything to the wire.
Every time Kenny gets in something that I own,
It breaks.
It breaks. Yeah. So I can go and use it for 2 weeks on end, and it doesn't break. And Kenny goes to
bullshit. Weren't you the
somehow
one
I think.
Weren't you the one?
I'm pretty sure the last drag that Kenny did when the steam was coming up over the hood, he had already broke it, and he went and parked it over in the corner inconspicuously. So when I started it, it was already broke.
But he didn't notice it until he got out.
That's funny. Well, you had a wet piece of spaghetti noodle for a fan belt. So there's so much oil leaking on that engine that the belt was like a sponge.
Yes. We need a new belt.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, it's about time.
So every morning we fill up the oil in the engine. We fill up the antifreeze. We fill up the gas tank because it only goes for about 15. What's the password, Chief?
Hydraulic
fluid, 5 gallons. So pretty much any fluid that's in that machine, including the clutch, the brake fluid. One word.
Yep.
And we're good for well, not with the gas. That's every 2 hours.
Yeah, about every 2 hours we got a 5-gallon gas tank on there, and it's
for
about a quarter-mile skid one way.
Yeah, it's
maybe a little better than that.
That far back there?
Yeah, it's a long skid.
Yeah, we're dragging a long way.
I knew where the wood was. I just followed all the drags.
First gear all the way to the boards. You'll just hold it at the boards. Your leg is sore. Step in closer. You're out of frame there. There you go. Now you're in there. Reverse.
Get cozy.
Here we go. Bear Paw. 18 people watching. 18. Call your friends. Call your neighbors. Call your relatives.
Dan, thanks. Dan from Back 40 just stopped in.
Well, about time he does something useful.
So this is the crew that I would say these guys resplit close to 15 cords from 10 o'clock to about 3:30 this afternoon.
We fondled a lot of wood.
You fondled a lot. You were chucking a lot of wood.
Through a lot of wood, yeah.
And then you got that Cinelink conveyor that just launches the wood.
That
It worked pretty
conveyor is
goddamn good.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's,
For being a Chinese piece of junk,
no, it
it
works.
it works good. It did come with a Briggs and Stratton motor on it though, directly from China.
How's that work?
I'm not sure how that works, but it did say "Made in Milwaukee, USA" right on the tag of the motor.
The sticker said made in
No,
Milwaukee.
the tag that was a,
So maybe they attach that in China and send
Now
it back?
they ship all the conveyors here, then throw a motor on it.
could be. Well, I had to. It took me 6 hours to put it together. It came in a crate.
cardboard box.
Yeah.
It came
I
in a
noticed
cardboard
there's a
box.
couple holes where there's no bolts.
Yeah, we
just
were
throw those
short
away.
on a few bolts.
You just throw them away.
Yeah,
What are
we
these
don't
for?
need the
Yeah,
spare
there's
parts.
always
Them are
spare
optional.
Those are spare parts.
Cannot get it to come up. No internet connection.
Let's see. Well, are you guys, Craig? Are you reading comments?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack, I came from Southwest Wisconsin.
If you guys are reading comments, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring it up.
Yeah,
on my
somebody
laptop. I
somebody
can't
read
it.
them out loud.
Yeah, read them because I.
Do you
I
think
can't-
there's 15 cord? No, it wasn't that much, was it?
Yeah,
That's a lot
it's
of wood,
close.
though.
It's 15.
Okay.
We've done this enough.
15 full cords?
15 full cord.
That's
Dang.
resplit.
That was
You
resplit today.
thinking that Piler's that much?
Yes.
Well, Bert,
I was
Bert
guessing
just
10,
commented for us.
12
He
maybe.
told us to get back to work.
I think he overestimates everything.
Bert,
It was a bunch.
we
of
will
wood.
get back
That's
to
a lot
work
of
at
wood.
7:00 tomorrow morning. You're more than welcome to come up and join us.
I can't get it to come up.
We got breakfast at 7. Lunch is out in the wood yard every day at noon. And then we have a wonderful dinner. Tomorrow night for dinner is going to be
Something
steaks.
stinks. Steaks.
Steaks.
We'll never leave them.
Cows.
Yeah.
Cows.
Tube
I like shredded bovine flesh. Tube steak, he said.
tube steak.
No,
No. No.
I just got a whiff of the outhouse. That kind of turned me off.
Kenny. Kenny.
That was Kenny.
I win. I win.
And I got to deal with this all week long.
That's the first time I farted in a week. Come on.
Didn't you guys got up here and there wasn't a single person in the other cabins and you cabined together?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, because Kenny took the zero entry,
both-
and that's the one I
We
wanted.
both ate calico beans for lunch that day. Then my wife sent the big, like a gallon thing. So the CO2 sensor went off.
Yeah. At 2:00 in the morning,
The
Kenny
CO2
set the CO2 sensor off in
The
cabin
CO2
number
No,
4
no,
up
it
here.
was serious gas.
That's-
It was bad. Both
We
of them.
actually tried to. I actually asked Andy the next day if he changed the batteries, and he goes, "Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I changed all the batteries." And I go, "Oh, I
It
was
was a fart.
hoping that it was
him
just."
and me farting CO2. We set off the alarm. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Can't even make that up. No, it just
No.
2:00 in the morning. He's standing on top of my finger.
Yeah. Try to get the battery out.
I think because you open the door up, we let some fresh air.
Yeah.
in. Quit.
Larry's tuning in from Louisiana.
Hey, Larry.
Larry, thanks for tuning in.
I can't get anything to come up, man.
My boys might be watching. Camden and Hudson, you watching? Dad misses you. Having fun, though.
I think Sarah and Oliver are watching. Dan from Back 40's watching. And when we get done, everybody head over by Dan over at Back 40.
Or you could just keep watching us because we're gonna have more fun.
Oh.
We might.
Ooh,
We might.
Sounds like a contest.
We're going to see if we can melt the cooler in the back of Kenny's truck.
There's nothing in it. It's
Well, we could put it on the tailgate and see if we can melt it with our fancy
Well,
brand new fire
there's
pit.
5 gallons of gas right there. We could,
Well, there's that too. Jack, thanks for tuning in. Log Cabin Jack.
26
How's it
watching.
going,
Jack? Have one.
Have one. Wish you were here having fun with us.
You're missing out.
I can't read that one, Craig.
Eric. Hey, Eric.
So the whole idea behind what we're doing up here is I essentially got tired of doing a lot of the firewood by myself, bringing all the equipment up, and doing around 15 full cords, 12 to 15 full cords a year. It got to be a little bit bigger process every year. And we would collect the wood all summer. This year we didn't get a chance to collect the wood. And so we said we need to have, we started talking about it with Chris, and Chris said, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to volunteer Kenny, myself, Bert, Adam to come up and do this. And I said, okay, that'd be great. And I said, okay, we'll start there. And then I reached out to a few other people, and more people said, yeah, we'll come up. And then we got the infamous
Jason.
Two
Jasons.
Jason and Jason.
Double vision.
This is the camp cook that does an amazing job every meal. So anybody else that wants to come up next year, he's the guy that's cooking. Nobody likes a skinny cook. That's why I don't cook.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're a good cook.
He's a good.
You just called me fat. It's really
No,
he
very
didn't.
good.
He's
Very
good
politely. Very politely.
Very politely. Thanks, Kenny. So, no, I am not only the cook, but I am a staff alumni of Bear Paw Scout Camp, and I'm probably the part of the reason why these guys are up here, because I'm also the chair for the maple syrup program, where we burn all that wood that they're splitting. So I appreciate all these guys for coming up. I'm glad they're fed well. That's the whole goal. You know, they've spent a lot of time up here, but also money, because it costs money to get up here. And we all know gas isn't cheap, and their equipment's getting used. So we appreciate that very much. So thanks, guys. So cooking's
Yeah.
nothing.
Thanks for the food.
Yeah, thanks for the
Great.
food.
The food
Yep.
alone was worth the trip.
So you guys are all getting a tenderfoot special tomorrow. Those are burnt pancakes, raw in the middle.
I like them like
Perfect.
that. As long as it's maple syrup, I don't care.
There'll be maple syrup. That's one thing we do have around
And-
here.
Drink it out of the
do you have
bottle.
the special reserve maple syrup?
Yes, actually, we have the 2020 maple syrup. The
Oh,
COVID year.
The COVID year.
COVID syrup.
It's COVID
COVID
syrup,
syrup.
and it was done over an open fire on a flat pan, so it's a little bit darker and has more of a robust flavor. So we'll have that special syrup for breakfast tomorrow.
Cool.
So yeah, none of this fancy evaporator stuff.
Oh,
Old-fashioned.
So what? Anything else you want to add?
You know, we every year it's typically the third week in March. We have for maple syrup, we have an open house. It's open to the public. Everyone is welcome. It's about $15 a person. You get a pancake porky breakfast, and there's all kinds of activities for all kids and ages. So bring the whole family up, grandma, grandpa, neighbors, come on up. We do everything from showing you the process of making maple syrup to even building. This year we did toolboxes, and the kids got to brand them. Plant your own maple, games, activities, hay rides. It's just an awesome event. So that one's open to the community. So come on up, enjoy the day, and have some fun. But I, can't do it without volunteers. That whole program is run by volunteers, just like Scouts is. So appreciate it, guys.
There's only one problem.
What?
There's only 31 people watching. They need to call everybody they know and tell them more people should be watching.
They should. Absolutely. I mean, now that I'm on here,
That's right. We get the famous Jason, not this Jason.
Get closer
That
to the
Jason.
screen. You fill the screen.
There you go.
so
So this camp is what, 300 and some acres?
I don't know.
320.
Fully wooded, big
27.
timber, and the people that like trees should be here because it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Big trees, nice timber. Hey, Kenny and Jim spent the last 2 days doing nothing but cutting trees and
Skidding.
Yep, using the
gem.
old C4 that
the
some of
gem.
you guys have seen on my channel or Chris's channel.
Yeah.
And it's tired and wore out, and those guys push through, and tree after tree, they'd go down, they'd drag them out of the woods a quarter mile, maybe a little bit longer than that, up to what we call the wood yard. We had a couple other guys bucking them up, and I was running the firewood processor. They were using the new John Deere tractor that we just got up here at camp. That was purchased with volunteer donations, and it's not just one person up here, it's a whole community of people that are able to put this together.
Everybody should come up and run that C.
Everybody should have a chance to run that C4.
Everybody needs to run that C4 to just experience
The terror.
the terror, joy, the terror, the misery.
The raw
You know,
power.
Raw power.
You know what I think the problem with that thing is? It's terror. It needs some loving. Maybe some of my potato salad.
That might patch some
I
of
mean,
the
it's been
leaking.
working for you.
Yeah. It's a joy. But you know, without that machine, and we all bitch about it,
But it gets a lot
without
of
that,
wood.
there would be nothing on the landing.
Yeah.
Nope, that has definitely made the job a lot easier.
Or the tired, wore out old guy running.
Yeah. Well, and this old guy chasing me around pulling chokers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both
It's-
kind of wore out the last
I was
2
gonna say
days.
those two guys busted their butts the last 2 days before
Well, today's
everyone
number
showed
3.
up. But that's
You
what
guys
it
should
takes.
move
It's
down. You guys should
everybody-
move over there. You're barely in the screen.
everybody coming together and making this happen, and it's awesome. And that was my goal with this, and hopefully every year we can grow a little bit more. Not saying we need to do more wood. Maybe we shrink it down a couple days, but
We'll see where we end up this year. You know,
We'll,
it's-
we'll probably end
What's
up
it-
with
what's your
close to 30 cords, you think, right?
I would think we're going to be close to 30 cords.
That's a
But
bunch of wood.
Jason, whatever, in an average year, what's your goal? How many gallons of syrup do you produce?
well, this year we actually made our record and we did 307 gallons of syrup.
It's a bunch.
An average year we're trying to hit about 225 to 250. The last couple of years the weather's been goofy. So in 2024 and 2023 it was a little bit goofy. And you know, in 2023 the season started actually 24 the season started so early that we missed some of it. So we're trying to hit, you know, the 250 mark. 300's great. Takes quite a few cords to make that much wood. We went through almost all of our wood this year. So there's
somewhere
ways.
around what 45 or 50, 40, between 45 and 50 face cord. I think somebody figured out that we burnt.
I don't know the exact number. That nerd went to bed.
So yeah, 45 would
15
be
full cords.
15 full cords.
Right.
It's a bunch of wood, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pile of wood.
Sounds about right. So, but yeah, I mean, we try to hit that kind of number. All the proceeds from all of that go back into scouting and Bear Paw Scout Camp and so forth.
Is there a way if people want to donate to the Bear Paw Scout Camp, can they do that?
No, they can just donate to me. No, there is absolutely a way you can donate to Bear Paw Scout Camp. You can call the council office. If you want to donate to Bear Paw, you need to make sure you specifically say you want to donate this to Bear Paw and donate to, you know, to maple syrup. The firewood processing weekend like this is considered maple syrup. So you want to donate it to maple syrup. There are other things that obviously camp needs. We're always looking to improve the property. So if there's, you know, if you really are interested in something else, we can definitely make that happen. But donating maple syrup, you can, if you're really interested, you can get a hold of Jason and he can direct you in the right way, but you can donate directly to the council office and get that tax write-off for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, awesome.
I know one of our next big things, we got the tractor. That was $73,000.
Nice tractor.
It's a beautiful tractor, donated all by the volunteers that help up here at Bear Paw. And
More wood.
yeah,
Throw
you
it
know,
all on.
The
but,
right amount of firewood is how much?
More wood.
But we all, you know, our next big campaign that we're going to push for is a new side-by-side utility vehicle for the Ranger, because the one we have is that one he's driving around is 25 years old,
Yeah, yeah.
and it, you know, for a 25-year-old piece of equipment, it's not that bad shape.
Yeah.
No,
It's worn though.
we're
Can he drive it?
no,
Oh,
Kenny's
okay.
not allowed to drive anything that camp owns.
Neither is Jason.
Yeah, there you go. When I was
No.
running your skidder the other day, you said drive it like you're pissed off. When I did, I got more done.
Yep. Yep. That
I
old
got
equipment
mad
likes
at it.
to
I
be
just
worked
held
hard.
I just held my everything I did. I was like mad at it, and I got a lot more done.
You know, we have a saying. It's, you know, people say drive it like you stole it. That's nothing compared to driving it like Kenny.
Drive it like
Hey,
Kenny.
Jason, special note from Oliver. He says, tell crazy Jason I said hi.
Hi, Oliver. You should have had the dessert tonight, Oliver.
It was
You would have liked
phenomenal.
it.
You would have loved it, buddy.
Yep. And I made cookies for the guys too. Tomorrow's cookies will be better.
Hey, John,
Yes,
thanks
cook.
for tuning in. Appreciate it.
I think the dessert tomorrow. I mean, dessert today is going to be tomorrow's breakfast. I guess.
Yes.
You guys
That
don't
could-
get that.
That
second.
could be. Oh,
Why not?
That's my 10 a.m. snack.
oh. Was it
Oh.
raspberry rhubarb?
It was a three-berry rhubarb crisp.
It was phenomenal.
It was good.
That only one thing you were missing: ice cream.
I know.
If you had ice cream with it, I probably would have wet
Well,
myself.
we had cool whip. Come on.
I know. I thought about that. I did have some. I thought I had ice cream up here. I did.
That's okay. We'll let it go next time.
We'll see. So tomorrow's dessert. Just wait for that one.
I don't know who that
Who's
is.
the funny guy with the confuser?
Oh, strawberry shortcake.
I don't know
last
what
night.
John means.
I don't know
That
what
was
confuser is. I don't know.
That typo?
Nothing's
It
been
might be a
bad.
typo.
Confuser. Confessor. John, we need more clarity. What are you
John,
talking
we need
about?
more info.
Who's the
Tell
funny
us
guy?
what they're wearing. He might be talking about Jason. He might be talking
We're all-
about crazy Jason.
We're all wearing thongs. I know that.
Hey, you speak for
for
yourself,
yourself.
Chris. Speak for yourself.
He likes that string up his crack. Evidently, I'm not sure why you would like that.
I just told them the flaw.
Oh,
Hey, yeah. When you got to clean your teeth, you just
yeah, just pull it out.
John, this is Chris from In the Woodyard. You should know who that is.
John does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I call a computer a confessor. Oh, that's me. Yeah, got it. Confessor. Makes sense.
So, what other info can you give us about maple syrup?
What other info about our program specifically? We're one of the few in the nation that actually run a scout or a program for the youth to come up. So I talked about the open house, which is the third weekend in March. We run 2 more weekends throughout in the spring after that. Sometimes it depends the dates with Easter, but the Scouts BSA, which are from 6th grade and up, which we would have called Boy Scouts in the past, but they want to change the name all the time. They come up and we teach them the complete process of making maple syrup. So we have 8 stations they go through. They learn everything from the history, how to use equipment, how we collect the sap using tubing and buckets. They throw some tomahawks. They cook a recipe. They bottle their own bottle of syrup and learn how the evaporator all runs and so forth. So they go through this whole program throughout the day, learn how to make maple syrup. So at the end of the day, they should have the basics to be able to go home and make it themselves.
Tell me about the tomahawk. That's what got my interest. What's
All
the
right.
deal with the tomahawk?
So there's a lot of history out there, a lot of different myths on how someone figured out that trees had sweet sap. And I forgot what the chief's name. He came home from a hunt in the spring and he went back next to his, I don't know if it was a longhouse or a wigwam, stuck his hatchet, his tomahawk, in the tree, and the sap dripped down off from that. And it just happened that his wife had a birch bark bowl underneath it. It dripped in there. And she tasted it, and she found out it was sweet. So the Native Americans are the ones that originated maple syrup, and they actually use it in 2 different ways. One is they would boil it down using swapping out hot rocks inside, and they would make it into sugar. They didn't use maple syrup; they used maple sugar. That's why it's called sugaring. So they cooked it down to a sugar. Another way is they would use it is they would let it sit and ferment, and it would turn into a vinegar. It sours, and they would actually preserve their meats with that because vinegars are pickling agent. So that's where the tomahawks come in. But the kids come in, and not a lot of kids get to throw tomahawks. So
No,
hopefully these guys will cut some new cookies
That's
for
got
the
to
tomahawk.
tomorrow. We're
party.
throwing.
I was gonna say, when do we do it?
Well, I can. We probably.
Jim and I
know-
cut the trees today for the cookies.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll
With
see
any-
about tomahawks.
With any luck, tomorrow I was planning on doing some cleanup on Sunday, getting things wrapped up, and heading out of here Monday morning. With any luck, with the way these guys have been working, early afternoon, I think we're going to be all done tomorrow. I'm going to try and go live tomorrow, mid-afternoon, maybe right after lunch, depending upon the cell signal is a bit spotty up here, and with it being a holiday weekend, I don't have Wi-Fi all the way out in the wood yard, so we'll see how that's going to work. But I will try to go live and see how things go, and give you guys an idea just how much wood got cut, split, and processed.
You can't let these guys go out of here tomorrow afternoon.
No,
I've got
I
a
didn't.
huge meal plan for them.
I didn't say they were coming out. I didn't say they were leaving.
Oh, okay, good
Yeah,
guys. Because
we're
I
just
got
gonna be-
steak and potatoes.
We're not
for
going
you.
anywhere. We're
No,
staying
I-
here. You
I
got
took-
food. We're never leaving.
I
And
bribed
cherry
them.
and blueberry torte.
I bribed them with the steaks tomorrow night. I'm hoping that maybe we can go play with some tomahawks, show them the rest of the camp, show them the evaporator, how big that thing
absolutely.
is, and how many gallons of sap did you collect last year?
Again, I'm not the nerd. You let him go to
Well,
bed.
it's going to be about.
So
What happened to
BJ,
the-
one of the other guys that's up here, he's also a camp alumni. He knows all those numbers. So if we did about
2%?
300,
2% sugar.
we were hitting
So-
probably around 3 to 3.5%
Oh,
sugar.
really?
So we were running probably somewhere around 45 gallons of sap to a gallon of syrup.
Normally it's
So,
around 40-ish.
so I think we collected somewhere around 1,400 gallons. 14,000 gallons.
14,000, right, yeah,
14,000 gallons.
right.
Sorry.
Yes.
So.
Tyler, the Blockbuster's not up here because I changed plans
Jimbo, what do you got there?
midstream yesterday on
Tobacco.
Chris.
We've got the Dyna, and we've got
Yep,
two wolf fridges, and what's the other one?
the Timber Ox,
Timber Ox,
Rocks, Easton Made.
Easton Made.
the Easton made the
Tomorrow we're gonna have more wolf fridge, right?
more Wolf
Bob,
Ridge.
Bob,
Bob
Bob
will
Nelson's
be
coming.
up tomorrow.
Bob Nelson's, yep, tomorrow. We're gonna have to hold back.
You got a lot of big wood to cut tomorrow, Kenny.
I ain't cutting nothing.
You dragged it all through the sand,
No.
so you got a lot of. No, I'll cut it all. You just keep sharpening my saw.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Nice to meet you all.
Tomahawks tomorrow.
We'll see.
We're gonna hold you to that.
We'll see.
We'll see, he says. We'll
Thanks for the
There's
food.
some controversy right now going on in the BSA about shooting sports. So
That's not
I
shooting.
got-
That's
not
throwing.
shooting.
all target sports.
All
We,
targets.
Oh my
we can just
gosh.
throw it. We don't
There
have to
was
have
an
targets.
accident at a camp.
We don't have
2
to have
weeks ago.
targets. We can just throw them.
I agree.
We can do
The
like
problem
when we were
is we
kids.
throwing them at each
When
other.
we were kids with BB guns.
Don't
we
do
just
that.
ran fast.
Oliver, you don't do that.
That's not an accident if you're purposely throwing.
If
them at each other.
we dull it so it just makes a mark, it'd be fine.
Rubber axes. Then they can have tomahawk
Why even
fights.
do it?
I don't know. We had BB gun fights when we were kids.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but the kids these
That
days
was
they
the
cry.
70s, though.
Roman
We
candle.
cried,
Roman
but you
candle.
toughened up.
Yeah.
We could do
Kenny
average
he
rolling.
actually shot me once. We were squirrel hunting. He shot me with a shotgun.
What was that?
We were in the woods, and I was on one side, you were on the other, and you shot, and I just got peppered with BBs.
Good job.
Oh, I got
John
peppered
said,
with
"Don't forget about yard darts."
Oh,
darts.
jarts! I've got some.
jarts.
We'll bring those next time.
No,
I've
we
got
would
jarts.
throw them over the house and stand and watch for them to come over and see you
See if you
run
can
like
dodge
hell.
them. That's why we know how to cut wood.
I
We got hit in the head a few times. We're not too bright.
won't say that, guys. Not to your faces. No, but thank you again, guys. I'm gonna get some rest so I can make
Thank
you guys
you.
some pancakes and sausage in the morning.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks,
a lot.
Jason.
So,
Appreciate it.
thanks
It'll
for coming
make
to
a
help.
turd, right?
What's that?
It'll make a turd, right?
Oh, it's gonna make the greatest turds.
That's
the
all we
best-
worry about. If
That's
it'll
the
make a
best
turn,
food
we're
we
good.
like.
I'm not worried about you.
Remember,
and
if you
that.
don't poop, you die.
That's right. That's right.
You're not pooping, you're dead.
Oh, that's funny.
Jason Lee, thanks for tuning in. Russ, thanks for tuning in. Anne Marie, thanks for tuning in.
Russ Willie,
Yep, Russ.
he should be here.
Russ,
Yeah,
you should
Russ.
be here.
You're missing out, Russ.
Hey,
It's-
Tim, Neighborly Homestead.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good group in here.
Russ would.
Oh.
He'd only have to drive like what 24 hours to get here.
Yeah, it was when we looked at it, I think
Flying
it was like 19 hours.
Yeah.
I was trying to convince him that he should just come straight from Ohio up here, but that didn't work.
Russ
Yeah.
Russ said he'll be here next year for sure.
Awesome, Russ.
Bring Gramps.
Bring Gramps with
Yes,
you.
we need Gramps.
We need Gramps.
Just send Gramps.
yeah.
Yeah, you can stay home, right?
And what's his
Kenny,
name?
Kenny.
Kevin.
And
Oh,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Just
Yeah.
send
Kevin
Kevin and
and
Gramps.
Send Kevin and Gramps. We'll send a messenger pigeon out to go get them.
Yeah.
Ted Miller and Sherry say they will make it next year.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We don't have to come next year.
No, we can
No.
stay home.
We've been replaced.
This is
No, Kenny, you still have to be here because we still need the commentary. Even if you don't do an ounce of work.
I just sit here and fart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're testing the CO detector.
Now,
You're right. You
That was him that night. I'm sorry.
Saving kids' lives.
Feed Jason and me beans and see what happens. In your
John
shoe.
will throw you on an airplane if that's what it takes.
I can't believe it. 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. 2:00 in the morning, Kenny sets the CO detector
No, it
off.
was you.
I know you.
Times two.
You set it off.
We both ate my wife's calico beans that day.
Yeah.
And you know how those are. They're really good.
Just so you guys all know,
Toxic.
I have permanent brain damage from his gas. We have a brother-in-law, no good for nothing brother-in-law, and he doesn't like beans.
Is he from Illinois?
No, but he should be.
Could be.
So we purposely will all make calico beans and take them on hunting trips and eat them every day just to piss him off. It's
He's
awesome.
kind of a whiner when it comes
Hey,
to extension.
Donald Slade, at this point, anybody that has a landline up in this area, Cellcom had a bad outage last week. We couldn't even use the landline to call John, unfortunately. I would go right back to John's can phone. We got a better chance with that.
Yeah, Tyler, I don't know if the kids can sleep in these ever again after Kenny's done with them.
Hey, we killed all the bugs.
and,
Fumigating.
and the mice and the squirrels and the deer.
Yeah. Well, that one deer, I don't know. Kenny must have been doing something with the deer out back because we were walking through the woods this afternoon and that deer kept coming closer and closer to Kenny, just
Like
chasing him around the woods.
I've been feeding it all the tops we've been dropping.
That was probably before his shower, though, so they were trying to figure out what was dead.
Oh, there you go, Jim.
Probably thought it was a salt lick.
Yeah. It smells
I
the
sweated
salt from
enough.
the sweat.
I sweated enough,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
One time I was in Montana, we were backpacking with a bunch of buddies, and one of the guys hung his shirt and his socks out on the tent line. Next morning, the whole tent was shaking. We couldn't figure out what was going on. There was 4 deer chewing on his armpits of his shirts and his socks.
Yep.
Salt.
Or sweat. So,
Yeah,
yep.
salt.
Is that Adam coming up or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, quiet.
But
Everybody fell asleep.
Somebody
Yeah.
screenshot that. That's our camp photo.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a camp. We're gonna have to do a photo out there to hang in Andy's office. That is one of the traditions when we get big groups of people. Is that especially when we get a big pile of work done, we always get a photo together. And the other thing I want to do is make sure we get stickers for Andy. He takes everybody's stickers and puts them on the garage door, and every time somebody comes in the shop, everybody sees them.
Nice.
So
But does
if
he
you
have a
haven't
ro-
subscribed to Brian's channel yet, go do that. There's 38 people in here right now. That should put Brian almost to 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed to Brian's channel yet, what is it exactly, Brian?
Shotlift Family Firewood.
Spell
Shotlift Family Firewood.
Spell it.
If you're
The whole
not
thing?
subscribed,
No, just the first
what
part.
you got on the back of your shirt yet?
Nope,
No.
not anymore. I can get one. But Shotliff Family Firewood, SHOTLIFF. And I'd greatly appreciate it. We're getting close. It's been a long process.
Yeah, and it
Couple
seems
years.
like that 1,000 is the hardest part to get, and then it takes off from there.
Yeah.
When Chris started helping me with all my stuff, I go, there's no way I'm ever going to get to 1,000. I want to get to 500 and I'd be happy. And I got to 1,000 2 weeks ago, and it's skyrocketed from there. Once you get there, it'll come. But it's been a great weekend so far. We got another full day tomorrow. We're going to be tired. We're going to have fun. And who couldn't have fun with this crew?
You
And if
can't
you're
have
not-
fun here, you're a turd.
Yeah, if you can't have fun here, Don Slate says you're at 951. Or maybe he was 951.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Kenny, have
Tim.
you made it to your first subscriber yet?
I don't have a channel.
That's what I asked. Have you made your first one yet?
Yeah,
Kenny's the most famous guy on YouTube
without a channel.
without a channel. He's also the most famous guy that got to run the biggest splitter on YouTube,
Yeah.
which
He's
even he
also-
said was impressive.
He's also the guy with the most stench.
Yes.
I'm thinking
I
we're
wish-
tied. We're tied. on it all.
I wish we could
I
we could put smell-o-vision on YouTube, because I'm pretty
No.
sure
No, they'd all be dead.
yeah, that's true. They'd all be dead, especially the way he sets off the CO detectors.
Hey, you guys,
Russ,
you guys
thanks for tuning
exaggerate.
in. Appreciate you stopping in.
You all have sensitive noses. You're overly sensitive.
That's what it is.
That's,
Bert, thanks for doing that.
That is not
Appreciate
true.
They don't find you attractive. They should at least find you useful.
yeah, right.
Tim, I ordered stickers. They're just not here yet. So yeah, duct tape will have to do for now.
Duct
There
tape-
you go. There you go. At least we don't have to wear duct tape name tags. I don't think we broke anything major, which is good.
You broke your skidder today.
Well, that's fixable.
We also had the leak, the hydraulic leak when we got here.
Oh, yep. We aren't going to talk about that though. Anybody that hasn't checked out that Timber Ox, it is well worth checking out if you're going to do resplits off of a processor. Brian ran that for a good chunk of the day.
6 hours today.
Six
you
hours.
ran
He
up-
put
you
6
did. How'd
hours
you
on
like
it.
How'd you like it?
Except for putting gas in it. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hard
it's
to put
quick.
gas
It's
in.
quick.
You got the right funnel.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing they might have to work on, but overall,
It's quick.
it's a fast machine. It's a very precision-driven machine. Anybody that hasn't checked them out, go check those things out. They're very reasonably priced as well. So,
The electric start. That
and yes,
that
their
was-
electric start.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And that how'd you like that table that was on there?
The flat table was nice. The
Nice big work area.
Yep.
Yeah.
to be able to slide pieces back.
Yeah, and
work
they
on it.
slide really nice on that table.
Yeah. And today, me and Craig ran the Wolf Red 17 RS. You've got the first one ever, right?
Yeah, I have the 17RS prototype.
Prototype, yeah.
So I was right at home, running it with Chris, although trying to keep up with Chris was a challenge at times, but it was a great time.
We had fun. We kept flying the wood off of it.
Yep.
It did good.
Yep, we were working
But,
those that resplit pile like crazy. We were trying to beat the Dyna processor, but didn't quite get there.
We're trying to
but-
catch up to it and pass it and be waiting for wood, but we needed one more guy
Yeah.
because with two guys.
Tomorrow we'll get there tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll
Yep.
get there.
We'll get there.
How
What's amazing is when you're working a splitter is that one guy, yeah, you're making wood, you're doing okay. You add a second guy, you're 3 times as productive.
And then you add a
3
conveyor.
times. Oh,
It's crazy how fast that wood can come off that conveyor when you don't have to touch it. You can throw it on that conveyor and it takes off.
and the conveyor
it
launches,
launches
it
it.
into space.
Yes.
I saw a couple of them going by, and I saw they were passing jets, and then it went past a satellite. It was unreal.
Yeah. Watch for Chris's video. You'll see how far we can launch that wood.
Yeah, that thing
I got
really-
some of it on video as well. I think each and every one of us that's up here will have videos out at some point.
Nope. Nope.
Not
Not
Kenny,
Kenny.
and not Jim, and not Adam.
Nope.
But some of us will have videos out,
Some will be out tomorrow. Some will be out in 2 months.
Yep.
or
We
2
don't-
years, the way Chris is going.
What Chris is like 6 months ahead on videos, something like
I'm
that.
only 40 days.
40
ahead.
days.
40 days, close enough, same thing.
Still snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still snow piles.
Yeah. Still got
One of the things I enjoy the most
Ultra.
is the camaraderie that all of us can stand around. We can stand around a fire and have fun, and get a bunch of work done at the end of the day.
Which unfortunate for all of you, all the fun stuff's going to happen after we turn you guys off.
Correct.
'Cause that's when the fun will happen.
I'm going to bed.
No.
And by the way, just so everybody knows, it was Kenny's birthday yesterday.
Yep. He's officially 100% old.
Yep, old.
So
62 years old. We're both the same age.
Right now,
2 months and 2 days, we're both the same age.
62 when he headed to bed at 8:30 on his birthday. That's what old age does.
yeah, it's
There's
terrible.
nothing wrong with that.
No,
Good night's
but-
sleep's more important than a dump sometimes.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, both are pretty good.
20 years ago, you would have been just getting fired up.
Oh,
at
we
8:30.
busted ass for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and him.
yeah, you guys did.
I was dragging.
Well, Andy figured that you guys burnt almost 42 gallons of gas through that skidder.
Which isn't hard to do.
No, because that means you use 21.
Because the rest of it leaked out.
No, the gas doesn't leak.
It doesn't.
The
It
gas
doesn't
doesn't leak.
Just a little drip.
Just the drip now.
Just
But
the
when
drip now
you
and
got to
then.
run that thing in first gear to the boards,
It's
the
got to
whole-
be
the
cranked
whole
wide
second's
open,
running.
and that is the only way. It seems that it runs
I
better.
was dragging
wide
in
open.
second gear today with the smaller stuff, but with that bigger stuff,
With that,
no.
and when you're talking bigger stuff, how much bigger is it, Kenny? What's the
30
biggest
inches.
tree you cut, or what's that
Yeah.
big? How big do you think that tree was, Jim, that you cut with the rotten bottom in it?
That was over 30.
Over
That was
30
over
inches,
30.
yeah.
30-inch red oak's heavy.
And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
most of what we're cutting up here is
Blow down.
either busted off tops, blow down, laying on the ground, hazard
And the
trees.
stuff on the ground is waterlogged.
Yes, the stuff on
So
the
it's
ground
even
is heavy.
it's even heavier than normal.
We're still actually cleaning a lot of stuff up from the storm back in 2019.
That big wood that we've been pulling is, I mean, there's so much out there. We thought we were gonna get it all cleaned up. No.
No, there's probably another
Is he still good on your phone?
40 or 50
That
cords.
fills up.
Nope, I'm still.
Oh, okay.
You're on pause. That's why.
No.
Yeah, hit play.
Hit play and you'll be.
Is this your first time on YouTube?
Yeah, is this
so.
your
I
first-
don't watch YouTube. I make YouTube.
Kenny,
No.
a bunch of people
There we
said
go.
happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
Yep.
a bunch.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Old and cold and gray and fat and lazy.
Yeah. Frickin'
A
Jeep
lot of happy
said
birthdays.
he's got a plan if that skidder runs on gas for Kenny.
Yeah.
He's got a plan for Kenny.
Tubing.
You gotta have a
Tubing.
compressor. You gotta compress it though.
Oh, you got pressure. That's not an issue.
Gasoline, not natural gas.
We can convert.
Yeah, you gotta.
Kenny, Bert has a special request,
What's that?
but we don't want to see it.
Oh
He wants you to light one of your farts in the fire.
Oh, he would do that.
no.
That'll be after the live.
That'll be
stream.
after the
For,
live
for
stream.
any of you who have never lit a fart, you haven't lived.
That flame is too big for that. You just need a little flame.
Get a lighter.
Yeah, right
Jim's
there.
got a lighter.
Oh, Jim's got my lighter yet.
Yep.
If you've never lit a fart, you've never lived.
No.
So a lot of people haven't lived, evidently.
No.
'Cause we used to do it when we were kids. We were 10 years old.
I did it yesterday.
We still,
Just wanted to
Chris
see if I
does it
still-
just for
I want
fun.
to see if I still had it.
yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Only as
Rocket Man.
I haven't lit a fart in a long time.
Tonight's the night.
Oh yeah.
Well, with that, anybody else got any other questions, comments? Anybody got questions? Anybody that's watching got any questions for any of us? That could be dangerous.
They're all just talking about farts now.
Who started that comment?
Everything goes to farts.
Everything goes to shit.
Yeah, I know.
Not farts. It's shit.
Well, that's
You guys are overlapping Dan now.
Yeah, we're getting
Who's
close.
that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Better shut down. Dan's got to make money tonight.
he's
He's
fine.
got too much money.
Ken,
right?
thanks for tuning in. Oh, we'll ship everybody over to Dan here shortly.
Yep.
Run a few more minutes. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on
Oh, I
each
better
and
do
every
that.
one of the channels.
Make him nervous about why nobody's showing up.
Right,
to his.
right. Make Dan nervous. Exactly. I'll be getting a text from Dan going, "Hey, where's all my viewers?"
Hey, you shut down.
Yeah, can you shut your live stream down so I get all my
You-
viewers?
You got Dan every night, year round.
Every
You don't-
Friday.
This is more fun.
You know, it's not too often I get to do a live stream with Chris and Kenny,
Jim,
Brian, Adam, Craig,
Cool Kids Club.
You got all the names right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
good job.
He's been
and
practicing.
and the
all
best
day.
part is,
Yeah, you have to.
We just took our name tags off.
yeah, we all took our name tags off right before dinner. And the best part is, we're outside, we're around the fire, and it is quiet up here.
Yeah,
Beautiful, still night. Beautiful night.
probably about what 50 degrees, maybe.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
50 degrees.
No bugs.
But another probably hour and a half or so, you'll start hearing the peepers, and it'll be deafening. The sound will be absolutely deafening up here.
Yeah.
Ken, we probably split close to 10 cords today,
All of 10.
Oh,
There's
easily. Yeah.
closer to 15.
but
Yeah.
more to split tomorrow.
Yep,
Yeah.
lots. Yeah, but we're gonna try and do another 15 tomorrow.
That big stuff. Well,
That big stuff
big
is
stuff
gonna
will
add.
add up.
There's probably 6 cords, 7 cords of. A lot of that is close to saw log quality.
25, 30 inch.
It's all
Yeah.
24 inches or bigger.
That's what you're.
John, it would be a
what he asked
shame.
for.
That's right.
It would be a shame if you would be up here crying if you'd see what we're cutting up for firewood.
Yeah, some good stuff.
John, we're paying them with food, by the way.
Yeah, I put all we can eat and drink.
Yep.
How many machines? What do we have?
We got the
Dyna?
17 RS. We got the Dyna, the SC15.
So 3. We got 4 splitters now.
We got 4 splitters and the Dyna, the new John Deere tractor.
Bob's coming tomorrow.
Bob's bringing a Wolf Ridge tomorrow. So we're maybe by noon we'll be done. Depends what time you guys get up in the morning.
Unless you let me bring some more wood
What
in.
time can we start tomorrow?
What
After
you want?
breakfast.
What time do you want to start
Breakfast is
tomorrow?
at 7, right?
Breakfast is at
Depends on how late I
7,
stay
but
up.
that
I'll be up
doesn't.
about 5:30.
You can go out there and start splitting wood if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to stop you. I might go down in the shop and sharpen chains for an hour.
Jason did say he would cook breakfast earlier. If
He did
anybody
say
really
he would
wanted
cook
to.
breakfast. I just have to send him a text and tell him what time we want breakfast.
We'll text them at about 6 and we're ready.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be in here
I'll be
at 6. He'll be in here at 6, almost ready to
Yeah,
make
he
breakfast.
will.
We were all in here at 6:30 this morning, and he had breakfast ready and done.
He made us. He
Can you
made
rip
us
one again?
Yeah.
just a little.
Did
bitty
you?
one.
No, he didn't.
Oh, Kenny!
Just a little one.
Kenny!
He
Amateur.
ran away like he was on fire.
I didn't even smell it. He
A
must have
real
pulled-
man
he
would
must have
get
pulled it.
upwind to make sure everybody
You must have
shared.
pulled
Right?
it with
He
you.
was going that way.
Oh,
The wind changed on me.
I seen him lean forward.
We were in the woods by 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the woods. We had the machine checked over, and these guys were dropping trees and dragging trees out by 7:30 this morning. So it's been a crazy 3 days
I
we've
want
been
to
up there?
drag up them big ones tomorrow.
3 days.
Yeah.
Which big ones?
The ones down on the hole. I need a challenge.
We don't need
You
no
need
more
a belt
big wood.
first, don't you?
We need a belt first.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna get that in the morning.
Yeah,
So Jason blew the fan belt off the machine today.
Kenny
Jeez.
broke.
I ran it for
fan
2
belt.
days. No problem. He
Yeah,
was in it for 15 minutes. Fan belt.
yeah.
Although it's
pretty
oil soaked from 5,000 gallons of leaking oil, it could maybe possibly stretch that belt because it was so soft it was like a rubber band.
John, we might need you to come up here and inspect the belt and tell us how exactly it got broke.
It's probably the same fan belt as in that Maverick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could just take it out of
Yeah.
the truck.
Yeah.
Well, Andy said he goes, we probably can find a fan belt here in camp. He's got more stuff that he's collected over the years. He is the one guy that can fix just about anything.
John freaking Jeep. I feel like I'm two-time and shifty, but it feels pretty good. You're in the right place.
You got her, buddy.
Two-time and shifty. Oh,
Yeah.
Dan, go for the reach around. You got to get him back, Dan. Oh, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
I'm sure Dan will be on overtime tonight just to get the views. And
Yep. Got to do what you got to do.
Hey, Bert, throw the link to Brian's YouTube channel in the chat again, if you would, please.
I should check that.
Yeah, check it, Brian.
Somebody checked it earlier.
Well, I don't know if he said he was 951 or if he
There
said.
was a 956 earlier.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was before
956.
Bert put the link in there.
I can't read it. Remember?
Well, it's
My
probably
phone.
946 now.
That's right, you broke your phone.
What's that?
What?
I'm leaning on the
Leaning on the thing.
splitter today. He was leaning on his phone in his pocket, and it did that.
Must be 57.
56.
957.
957. We're getting there.
Put it in there. Holler, thanks, Bert.
Thanks, Bert.
But again, it's been anybody that
957.
Ooh.
anybody that
Twenty.
hasn't ever gone to an event.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they could hear that one.
I'm
That
sure you
showed
heard
up.
that.
On camera.
That had some echo to it. Listen,
Well, you said it's quiet out here. That was definitely quiet.
I just heard it again.
Quiet, you hear a murder.
That was pretty close to being on fire.
And this is oh God, Kenny.
Oh my God.
On that note, we might have to end the live stream because
Oh,
Kenny has created his own live stream by himself now.
they got sensitive noses. Oh my God.
It's lingering. It's not going away.
Give me a bucket.
Here, give me the computer if you're gonna puke.
Oh,
He's outside in the
6
CO2.
feet away.
Yeah.
And it's like I got my
Hey,
nose up his
hey,
butt.
guys, listen for a second.
That was great.
The CO2 alarms are going off
I
in the
win.
cabins of
I
Kenny's outside.
win. Bert said he heard it.
So what I was saying
It was
before
an onion ring.
before Kenny had to interrupt was, if you've never been to any of the events, this is the kind of stuff. This is why I enjoy the YouTube
The
stuff so
farts?
much.
You just bring me in
Not
for
the
the farts.
Not so much Kenny's farts. It's the camaraderie between everybody
I was
having
holding that back
fun.
for quite a while.
You're letting it through.
And if you ever see any one of us at a show, don't be afraid to come up and say hi. We like meeting the people that are watching.
Yeah.
We'll give you stickers. And that goes for anybody that's got a YouTube channel. 99.9% of us that have a YouTube channel are approachable. We're just normal people that are having fun.
We're just a bunch of dumb firewood cutting guys.
Exactly.
Not special.
Craig
Yep.
will give you duct tape.
You know, they say pay for a man.
Oh, there it is. We're back. I was going to say we might be losing live stream up here pretty soon because the more people that come up to the desolated area on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it goes down. Yeah, we're at about an hour too, almost exactly. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if is that where we're at?
Yep.
And with that, I think unless anybody's got anything else,
let me fart again.
9:58. We are going to send you over to go check out Dan over at Back 40. Tell him I sent you over so he knows I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Let's see if Dan can all
Let him know this is a better live stream. Just let him know that.
It's more entertaining. Tell him that next year he needs to be up here doing
Yes.
his live stream on Friday night,
There
and then
you
we
go.
won't.
And Shibe.
And Shibe. We got to get Shibe up here one of these years. So
Yeah, that'd be good.
Heath and Rachel.
and
Everybody could do their
Rachel.
live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get no work done, but it'll be a party.
We want to let Kenny do a woo, or we all of us
All at once. All at once.
all at once. 1, 2, 3.
Woo!
That echoed.
Very good. All right, I got a piece so bad it hurts.
Oh,
That was a good